Hey guys, welcome to days 2 and 3 with Everest. It was pretty late when I worked with her on day 2, so I didn't get very many videos and they aren't the best quality. So I'm just going to show a little bit to show a few things that I noticed that were really good while working with her, and then we're going to move on to day 3. On the parts of day 2 that we didn't film, we just did the same stuff from day 1. So here in about the middle of our session, she totally lost focus on me and started looking at the people outside the round pen fence. She turned completely away from me for the first time, and it was a really good sign that she was getting a bit more comfortable around me. She takes a few steps towards me, which was really good, but got a little scared when I held the whip out. I'm tapping the ground to encourage her to go, but trying to call her towards me with my body language by stepping in front of her drive line. So I managed to call her into the center of the round pen, but you can see she's completely unfocused on me, which again I took as a good sign. The video ends there, but I think I just let her stand around for a while and then asked her to move her feet a bit. She was really more focused on her surroundings in this session, and so I left her be not long after that. There will be no more dark videos in future days, so don't worry about that. Here she goes to take a little bite of grass, and she hadn't tried that before with me in her pen, so I took that as another little good sign. Again, she totally loses focus on me. I'm not sure what she was looking at, but I just let her look. This is about all the video I have of this night. She was really just not paying attention to me, and I decided to pick it up the next day. Okay, so day 3, my phone is up on a stand, so no more round pin bars. If it moves a little bit and the perspective changes, that's because I was just figuring out the best way to put it. So I moved her around a bit, but she wasn't in the frame most of the time, so it's not that entertaining. She was paying more attention to the horses outside the round pen, so I gave her a minute. And here she seemed to forget what I was asking her for and felt pretty pressured, so as soon as she looked at the whip, I rewarded. So coming up in a second is another one of those times I let Evie have her way with which direction she went. I was pressuring her, but she probably didn't know what I was asking, and so I let her move the direction she wanted and I fixed it later. It's not worth risking her running me over. Another recurring theme you'll see in our videos is me trying to get her attention back on me, and I'm very careful not to overstimulate her. So I rewarded her here when even just one ear came toward me, so she could spend a little bit getting used to whatever was going on behind her. She was showing so much draw already, especially compared to the previous days. This was another case where she could have benefited from me releasing a little bit sooner, but that's okay. So she wasn't doing well with her back against the rail. As you can see, she was really not focused with all that stuff behind her. So I asked her to move somewhere else where she could see me and everything else at the same time. Here I got the timing just right, and she looked back at me and I backed away just in time. She spent about a minute being a lot more focused on her surroundings than on me, but eventually she was ready to put her attention back on me. Like I said, I doubt this pawing was a sign of aggression, but I still had to move her around to get her to stop, just in case. It's unfortunately hard to see with the lighting, but I was beginning to walk my way up the whip so that I was closer to her each time, and I got very close here. As always, there's a lot of repetition between these clips, and a lot of her wandering off and then me moving her around and getting her set back up again. I know I'm holding the whip kind of funny, and I tried to hold it in front of me, but Evie was literally scared of it. So it looks kind of weird, but it's what worked. And here it is. I was excited and a little bit too quick to back away, and that's why she spooked.
She did it! She touched you? Yeah!
So she was a bit set back after that spook, and it actually took me about 15 or 20 minutes to get back to where we were before. And 20 minutes after the first touch, we had our second one. And thank you guys for watching. So sorry for the delay. Promise I will edit the next one soon, I think.